I'm going to call it gallery. Okay, because it's that 3 picture. So if you ask me, right, I will be doing this way. Okay, I always like to get an overall view of what I need to do, or not just go in, do one, then start there, then cry, then time's up, then nothing gets done. Or you need to make sure everybody is in first, so that you have a better understanding, overall view of what is required. So you have gallery. After you have gallery is newsletter. Okay. After you have newsletter is client. My suggestion to you is that if you want S or don't S, you better remember, because it will cause you problem. Okay, so you have a system. I don't see any S in other sections. Don't take and go and put S, because later on you go into your CSS, right? You go and look for a class called client, then you cannot find it. Okay. So be very aware of what you name your section. Okay, so after section, right, there'll be no more. So you check, let me check whether I miss out anything. Okay, logo, this is the whole thing, is the header. Header inside got logo and menu. Got nav, logo and nav. Inside the nav got hamburger and menu. Then you got hero. These 3 are gallery, newsletter, client, and footer. Okay. So what is your strategy? To do the easiest first, or just whack the JS menu first? Okay, I think a lot of you, right, from what I've seen, right, you will just do from top to bottom. Okay, so that is okay. Okay, so you do from top to bottom. Of course, you will start off with the logo. You start off with this one first. Then after that, you do this one. Then you do this one. Then you realize that my JavaScript cannot work. Then you stress. Then you no mood to do other one. Okay, this is you need to get past that. If you cannot do up this one, right, you must cut your loss off. Okay, then go and do the other things first. Okay, the aim of this phase test, right, is even if you cannot do everything 100%, you can get 70-80%. That's good enough. Alright, don't say, I don't have time to do this because I spend all my time trying to get this to work. Okay, that is not a good reason. Okay, you are awfully quiet. Never mind. Okay, can. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the logo first. Okay, the logo is actually very straightforward. If you look at your CSS, right, same thing. The first thing you must have is this one. Box border, box sizing equal border box. Okay, don't ask me what it does this means. I already answered this so many times already. Go and Google yourself. Some of you will go and do margin padding or that kind of thing, but I leave it up to you. Then the first thing is of course you must have body. Okay, background color. It's not going to work if I put black. You wanna know why? You don't know why, you better wake up. Why it doesn't work? Anyone know why is my CSS not working? This is so straightforward. How can I not change it to black? Okay, I never link to my HTML. CSS. Okay. So, did anyone say? Because you haven't linked. Yes, very good. Link tag. CSS/style. Okay. So I say, stop me if you have question. If not, then I'll just assume you all know. Okay. Then it should work. Oh no. Why? Can we debug? Quick. CSS.style. Am I looking at the wrong file? Wait. Maybe this is the wrong one. Sorry. This one is also very common now. But I hope on that day it won't happen because on that day the face test computer, right, only have one folder for you to work in. Okay, so it should not happen. This kind of thing should not happen. But I had students ask me to help them debug their code, right? Then all this while we are looking at the black color already. Okay, inspect. Okay, look at the mobile one. Okay, so black color, very good. The background has changed. Okay, so confirm the CSS is working. Okay, then first thing first, quickly, don't waste time. Menu, put in logo. So I have a logo, I have a div. So I created a div for logo. I'm going to put in the picture inside. So img. So logo, what is the logo called? EM, this one. Okay, no. So never mind, copy yourself. EMLLABS. Oh, I know why. Wait. IMG slash. Okay. The alt text, put EM labs. Okay, so done. Check. Yeah, I think I need to get rid of the black color background. Sorry, Okay, because the logo is a transparent PNG with a black color text, so very big. Okay, this means that my picture, my picture is breaking out of my div. So this one standard, I hope you all remember this. Your div 100%. Okay, so the picture will fit inside the div. The picture will fit inside the div because it's going to set the image to 100% of anything is inside, so it doesn't break out of it. Or if it's too small for the div, right, it will fill up by itself. Okay, EM labs. Okay, not bad If you want, you can play around with this. Like for example, okay, another way you can set up is you look at whatever you have. I got a header, blah blah blah, right? Then you can actually have the corresponding. So you can have header. Okay, this one is, some people like it, some people don't like it. If you never use, you can delete it later. But I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to correspond. So how am I going to control the picture? Okay, I don't need to control the picture anymore because the picture, right, is just a PNG inside the div. So I don't need to touch the PNG anymore. Right now, every control, right, is going to be done to the div itself. So I instead of controlling the IMG, right, I'm going to control the div. Okay. Then what can I do? I mean, if I want to make it smaller, I can say width. But we try not to use too many width because in responsive, right, we try not to set fixed stuff. Okay. So for example, you can say minimum width, max width. Okay, it's 300 pixels. So it actually becomes smaller. I make it even smaller. 200. Okay, so the whole, it's not the picture only, the div. I give you a background color so you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so the div is like that. The picture is 100% inside the div, and the whole div, right, maximum can only go up to 200 pixels. Okay, so that's why it looks like this. And how can I get them into the center? You cannot put text align center because it's not a text, it's actually a div. Okay, so in order to move this whole box, this whole div to the center, right, you need to do the margin trick. Okay, you need to balance the margin. Auto, margin, right, auto. How many of y'all heard of this thing called margin 0 auto. Like sometimes we were like talking about this margin 0 auto. Okay, it's the same. This means that our margin top is 0, bottom is 0, the rest all auto, left right auto. Okay, so it means that this one can be, this is a short form of writing margin top 0, margin bottom 0, margin left auto, margin right auto. Okay, so this is a very convenient way to center your div. If your div is not 100, if not taking up the whole width, right? It's like 200 right now. My div, because I intentionally set it to 200 pixel, so I want to put it to the center, right? I need to balance the both margin. Okay, that's it. Okay, so if I want to make this thing bigger, I can set this min width, max width to 250. Okay, this is an option. I can make the logo bigger, smaller, which I'm going to use this. To change the width later when it goes into desktop mode. Okay. So logo setup. Next, like I mentioned, I'm going to skip the whole nav part so that we will cover the nav in school. So nav part, nothing much. Okay, I want to clear the rest so that you have a solid understanding. The other thing is, let me see. Sorry, the next one is hero, right? Where is my video code? Okay, going back. This one we will do it. So we got logo already lah. This whole part, right? It requires you to do up the nav. Okay, and then we will come back to it in class. Okay, but for hero, right? Very straightforward . It's just a big box that is 100%. So dot hero. Okay, but before that, right, I need to put something inside. The hero, right, it works like this. There is the text inside. So I need to have hero text. The hero text is the welcome, we are Lawrence Lab part. This one. The whole hero is this green box. And this one is one. Okay, I think some of y'all know already now, so I'm going to move on faster. So background color. Don't know what brief. Never mind, I put line brief first. Okay, off. So what do you think I'm going to see? Where is my browser? I see nothing because my hero has no height, so you cannot see anything. Okay. So what's next is I need to put some text inside here. Welcome. Okay, so right now because the text has some height, so you will see this. Right. Then I'm going to style this hero text. Okay, I don't need to set a width or height. I don't need to display flags or that kind of thing, because in this case, it's actually very straightforward. I just want to have padding. Padding top 100 pixel. Padding bottom 100 pixel. Okay. So in this way, right, the text you pad the top, you pad the bottom, the text will stay in the middle. Right? And what else? Text center. Text align. So all the content inside will be center. Okay, welcome. Then inside, right, it's actually not so straightforward because I got two things. So I need to use either a H1. Then I move the welcome inside. For y'all very serious, no question. Means that I'm actually repeating a lot of useless things. I'm going to move faster already. Welcome. What is the text? Let me check. We are EM Labs. we are because the text become bigger, right? So the padding will add on. So if you think there's too much, right, then you reduce the padding accordingly. Okay. And then because its color is white color. Okay. Okay, we haven't touched the font size, everything. I think for font, right, I'll be giving you the font. But if you need font family, this is how we do it. Font family. I'm going to just use Times New Arial first. Okay, for responsive fonts, I'm not so sure how many of you remember this. You need to do this. You need to set the base font. The base font for family, right, is usually 16 pixel. Okay, then the rest, right, we don't use pixel anymore. The rest we just use EM. So if I want to style the hero H1, right? Okay, font size. What should I put? If I put 1 EM, right, it's going to be 16. Okay, so if I put 16 times 4, repeat. All right. Then I think that one is capital letter. Okay, if you want to do capital letter, there's this way you can do it. Text transform. Uppercase and or uppercase, okay? Or you can go into HTML and change it, okay? Okay, then hero H3 font size maybe 2 EM. Okay, you try to reach a font whereby you can have it's like same length as the welcome 2.4. Okay. Okay, if those of you who had the practice of putting your margin 0, I think I follow the class. Margin 0, heading 0. So all gone. So it's maybe this is easier for you to control. Okay, so there will be no more margin on that. Then if you want margin, right, you add the margin also. Okay? Okay, so hero done already. Looks something like this. I want to see the mobile one. Okay, next is just a gallery. Fast. This one is a Flexbox. We have been doing this for a while. So your gallery let's use the gallery as section as the parent. So inside you got 3 child. Inside each child you got an image. Inside this image is what is it called? Thumbwork1. img/thumbwork1 JPEG. Okay. Lion1. Not Lion. One or something. Okay. Then you just need to copy this. Yes. This is 3. You need 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Obviously, okay, 1, 2, 3. So mobile don't need to do anything because it's 100% right. You fill up already. Okay, move on. Newsletter. Okay, newsletter is a form. Okay. Okay, wait, let me check. I forget the things. Inside, there's a title also. So you have a title. Okay, so before the form, right, you have an H1 called newsletter. Okay. So let's take a look. Newsletter. Okay. Okay, then in the newsletter, right, I need to create a new one called .newsletter. Okay, the whole section, there's a background color. I think it's the same color. Okay. Color, the text is white color again. Okay, then let's just set everything to the center. Okay, so seems okay. The newsletter is like this. Okay. You see my picture, the newsletter is big. So it's a H1, right? So newsletter, H1, font size, don't anyhow set pixel. I think we can use back 4 EMs. Same as this one. Not sure is it too big. Take a look. It's like too big. Okay. Maybe it have to be smaller. Maybe 3. Okay. By right, I shouldn't use H1 everywhere lah. H1 every page should have one H1. So let's adopt H2 lah. Okay, so instead of H1, I choose H2. This one is for SEO lah. Your H1 is important because that one is not the web page. Okay, somewhat smaller can. Okay, so I got a newsletter, the header. Then what? Someone is asking to come in. Okay, so it's the email. Is required. Can I spell required? RE. Okay, then what else? Okay, I want a placeholder. Placeholder. Enter your email. Yeah. Okay, so you have an input. Then you got another input, is your input type. Submit. Because you are submitting this thing. So sometimes my memory not so good. What is the thing it's going to use? Value. Let me test. Send. It might be wrong. Lucky I got it. Okay. So they are both side by side. Okay, the problem is there's a little space in between them. So I actually just need to do this backspace, 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 connect them together. Okay, settle. Now it's all HTML, right? Sorry, now all the action will be done in CSS. So you go into CSS, right? I realize that my newsletter section are very cramped. So I'm going to give them some padding. Okay, do it simply so y'all can see 50 pixel. Padding. Bottom 50 pixel. How many of y'all sleeping already? I hope no. This is seriously what I'll be doing, what you should be doing in your page tag. Okay, some space. Okay, and if you need to give some spacing after, because we already got rid of all the margin, so you need to bring back the margin for your H2. Margin bottom. Fast.
Oh,
mix up.
Mask padding and padding top.
Equal. No, you can do anything you want. Okay, I can have more top, then you got more space on top, but it doesn't look nice. Or if you need more space for the bottom, like 70, then you can have more. Sometimes you need to be different value so that it visually looks okay. Okay. So you must be clear what is margin and what is padding. Okay. For newsletter, right, I give padding because I want to pad the inside so that the box becomes bigger, but the content got more padding inside. But for these two, right, because I want to push the header and the form away, so I added some margin to the bottom of this guy. Someone is talking. Okay, lagging. Okay. Okay, so let's quickly style this out and then we can move on to the next section. Okay, input. Okay, good practice is to do this. So because right now we are all inside newsletter. So newsletter input. Okay, give some padding, 100. Oh, I think cannot too many. 10. Okay, so if you're padding, right, you see that the input, right, this is input 1, this is input, this is input email, input submit. So they are both, we have padding already. Okay, then what else? Maybe get rid of the border. The border doesn't look nice. Okay. If you want to change the color of this button, right? Easy way is you can give this button a class, then you can style the color, or you can do this. You can style the input, square bracket, submit. I hope I got this correct, because I seldom do this. Background, right like that. Background color equal orange. Oops. Okay, let's see what that got wrong. Never mind. I'll just give you a class. Okay, so this one, the button, I give you a class. So I just call PTN. PTN. And this one, I just use PTN instead. Newsletter, PTN, background color equal orange. Okay, filter orange, which is like something like our base test. This one. It got one row of text. Quickly add in the one row of text. I forgot about that. So this one I think is just quite straightforward. Just a P. Wrong. Too many. The text right will be given to you in the base test, so you don't need, you just copy and paste. Yeah. Okay. Then if you want, you go and do the margin yourself, I hope you all see the pattern. It's actually quite straightforward. You just tackle it one line by one line, and then just get it over and done with. Okay. Then now we move on to the next section, which is the client. Okay, the client, right? I went through last lesson already. Okay, the idea behind this, right, is you have a header. Header is header. Then you have a one div that parent this, but inside this one whole div you have your row 1 and row 1 and row 2. Okay. So inside your client, right? The client is the whole thing. Okay, but I think we need to have a div because we have a section. We have a right now we have a header already. So inside here we got our header. We call it client. Okay, then you have a div called client Lisa. Yeah. Okay. Then inside your client list, right, you have two rows. Row 1, row 2. Okay, I think this is the hardest part. If you can pass this, right, the next one is just a footer and then that's it already. Okay, so row 1 and row 2. Inside row 1 and row 2, right, you have item lah. I just use item because I'm running out of text to use already. Okay, so the first one is row 1, right, is cam and print. Okay, I mean the logo lah. So it's inside image / client / what am I doing there? Where's my img tag? img / client / logo 1. Okay, same thing, img / client / logo 2 dot. Okay, so what you see, you will get something like this. 1, 2. Okay, because it's just normal. There's no CSS involved. Okay, so I think I can copy and paste. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and if you do anything else, I mean, there's no media query yet, so nothing is going to happen. But for this, right, I need to make sure it's one, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Row 1, row 1, row 1, row 2. Okay, so if I go back to this one, right, I need to display flex my row 1 and row 2 so that my logo 1 and logo 2 is side by side. Okay, so if you go into here, right, okay, now we are moving on into client now. What you can do is you should client area, do this. Okay, don't say I never tell you. Okay, these are called comments. Client area. So client, right? Okay, I'm going to do. I won't do the H1 first. I'm going to do the row 1 and row 2. Let me see the name. Okay, so my row 1 and row 2 I'm going to make sure they are both display flex. Okay, so if my row 1 display flex, right, you will see this row 1. Obvious. Then you can either copy and paste or you can comma dot row 2. Okay, so setup. The H1 okay, if you don't want to do this kind of thing, you want to be everything nice, you can do it this way. You follow the convention. Client row 1 dot client row 2. Okay, your CSS can be very neat if you choose to, the way you think of the system itself. So the client is the section. I have nothing here because the background is white color. Yeah, I think I'll just put text align so that everything is aligned, is go to the center. Okay, then same thing, I use some of the padding up there. Here I don't need to change the background color because the background color is already white. Okay. And then from here, right, of course I have to click my H1 and my H2. Actually, the font size I follow. Okay. So you have a consistency. Every section they have their own H2 and then they are using the same design. All right. Okay. So right, then we will move. Then the last one is your footer. Okay, and then with that there, then we will be done. Okay, so footer. Okay, let's close off this section. Any questions? Can I hope this is quite straightforward. The way that I do right is I try to make it consistent. Okay, footer. You have your social media icon. Okay, but before we do let's do a quick styling of the footer. Footer, background color. What is the color? I think a deep green. Never mind, I just use light green first. It's a duller green, but I forget the color already. Never mind. Okay. Footer has nothing inside, so if I put background color, right, there's no point, because there's nothing inside. Okay. So you need to set. So in your footer, right, you have your social media icons, and then you have your list of copyright to EN Labs. Okay. So social media icon later on, right, we are going to use call that the Font Awesome. Okay, so footer, I'm going to make sure it has background color. Going to give it some padding. So we got a little bit of then of course the text has to be white. And everything center. Okay, so right now the last part, I think I have more padding. The last part is your Font Awesome. Okay, you all remember how to set up your Font Awesome. If not, you should write down the steps to set up Font Awesome in your face test. Okay, so the Font Awesome CDN, right, I will give it to you all during the face test. Okay, this one. Okay, but I will only give you the HTML. I will give you, not HTML, I will only give you the address. So in order to link up Font Awesome, right, you need to go into your header, link to the Font Awesome CDN. That's all. Okay, I'm using 4.7.0. I think you all are familiar with the newest one, so I will give you all the latest one. Okay, because this one is an old code. Okay, right now I have Font Awesome already. Okay, Font Awesome. I class equal FA. Okay, this one is different. The newest one is FAS something, FAS. Okay, but this is an old version. So, the newest one, off the hand, I don't have the newest one. So I just use this one first. Okay, so you need to know which kind of Font Awesome you are using. 3 Facebook. Okay, what is the second one? Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Okay. Okay, but it's a very clamped together, so you should separate them. So what can we do? Okay. Let me see, what did I do? What's this part? I cannot remember. I put them in the link. Okay. Yeah, you need to click them. Yeah, I remember already. You need to click them. So you need to put them inside the AHIF. So even if I put them into the next line, right, they are still okay. Just that now I cannot click them. Oh. Yeah, Che is still using 4.7. Yes. Can we use 4.7? If I give you 4.7, then you don't know how to use, then it became my fault. So I
Sure, but there's also the new. Sure, there's also a new version for the Font Awesome.
Okay, wait. I think I just go and faster update my code. Font, because I always lazy to change. Font Awesome.
Because the time I went to search, there's a new version. I think it's version 6 or something.
Yes. I think it's this one. Yeah, see. Is it 6 already?
6 already. The time I go check.
But the font.
Last time typing Font Awesome is like version 6 point something.
Yeah, I think. But the free one, they never give 6. 6 maybe need to pay money. Okay, so I think the latest one is this one. So if you use this one, 5 point something one, right? If I go into, instead of using 4.7, this 4.7 is the last version where it's still free. Okay, and if you do you see I changed to 4.7 to 5, right? Your code will not work because you cannot use FA already. You have to use FAS, Football Association of Singapore. Okay. FAS. Where my S go? Wait. Okay. I hope it's. What else? Can anyone enlighten me? What do y'all do?
FAB.
Huh?
FAB brand.
F. Which one?
FAB.
不是 S B
because brand it's a brand.
Oh, okay. So okay, I not updated. Okay. Anyway, all these we will standardize and then we will let you know. I think we will standardize to what we have taught previously, right? We don't use the 4.7.0 Okay, so it's FAB. It does change time to time when version to version, right? Sometimes they need to tidy up certain things. Last time it's just FA, maybe because last time they only have so many icons. Then now they got more and more icons, right? They got FA. I remember got one time it's FAS, now it becomes FAB. Okay? Alright. No need to put in div. No need because I'm going to use. Okay, we keep things simple. I'm going to use A. I'm going to use AHREF bum. Okay. So I'm going to put this into here. Where's my alamak? Okay, and then sorry, I was distracted for a while. Because it's quite simple, so if you want to put inside a div also can, but for me, I think it's okay. Okay, then remember, we are not. I mean, if we are not going to anywhere, so hashtag exclamation mark. What's that? Okay, let's carry it faster. Increase the pace. Okay, now become like that. Then of course, if you do this right, you need to style your footer links. Footer A color. This is the link. Color equal white. Then it's still a link. Now you can click. Then what else? Give some padding. Did too much. Okay. So I mean that's it for this. I think this logo, right? We will tell you what to use so that you can get the way it looks like this. Okay. The Facebook, I think it's different. Okay, but I don't want to go and change now. Okay, but this is more or less the overall view of the overall setup for mobile. Then once we move into media query, right? Actually, media query is quite fast. Media query, right? You need to put it at the bottom. Then media query. Okay. Screen and bracket. This one, if you cannot remember, you write down. In with 688. Okay. Background color. I don't know background. Body. Background. Test your media query. Okay. It doesn't need to be there. So if I make it bigger, so the background changes, it works. Okay. So comment it out. I can delete the whole thing. I delete. Okay. Okay. So make sure your media query works before you start putting CSS code inside. If not, you will have a lot of problem later. Okay. So for your media query, right, what's going to happen is not much. Like this one. Okay, you can change the logo. I can make the logo bigger. And so I copy and paste this one. Go down all the way. Okay, I don't need this one. I don't need this one because it can inherit from the mobile view. So I can make this one bigger. Okay. So when I become mobile, from mobile is 250. When it's become desktop, right, it's 350. Okay. What else? Second part, text become bigger. This one now look very small, so I can actually go up. The hero. Oh no, actually I want to change the text only. Okay, so H1, H3, right? Go down. You can upsize it a bit. Maybe become 6. This one inherit, no need to bring it down. Maybe become 3.6. Okay, so it becomes bigger. Right? Then what else change? What else needs to change? Okay, the gallery. Okay, the gallery, you just need to display flags because I want them to be side by side. I want the child to be side by side. Okay, what am I talking about? If you go into gallery, this one. So very straightforward. One parent, 3 child. Oh. So if I just display flags the gallery, it will be like this. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, this one don't need to do anything. Okay, for this one, when it becomes like this, right, the row 1 and row 2, this is the first two. These two, right, is actually row 1. Cam and Queen, row 1. This one also row 1. So you need to move this thing up. Or you need to display flags the parent of row 1 and row 2, which is client list. Okay, row 1 and row 2, I need to display flags this guy so that these two will be side by side. Okay, so dot client list display flags. Sector. Okay, I think we are more or less okay. Okay, so you check, you go back. I mean, the red color is quite irritating. Let's get rid of it. Okay. Need some margin for padding. Okay, what's the margin? Move it up. Yeah, for margin. Okay, so that's it for this one is without the So you should try to practice so that this you can finish all these fast. All these are actually quite straightforward. It's just setting up your HTML and CSS. Okay, we will try to do a few more practice before we go for the base test. Okay, if you don't practice, you cannot get good at it. What else? What else did I miss? Let me check. Yeah, I think. Okay, if you want to make your newsletter box bigger, you can give it some min width. Like for example, this one, right? Newsletter. But that one I never put the class name. Very mafan. Okay, never mind. Okay, so if you want to make this bigger, this one, right? You can give it a class. Or whatever. Entry. Okay. So I can actually. So it's actually quite similar to whatever we are doing now. You just give a class, and then you can control it already. Okay. I think you're all tired also, I'm also tired. Okay, let me make it longer. Minimum width. But be careful of this because this one, you will. Okay, because here it's gone already. Because I put the 300 in desktop mode. Okay. So if you want, you can make sure everything is belong to their own section, so that it's all accounted for. So it's neater. Okay. Okay. Any question? Too much. Then we still have the. Can I see your HTML, the form part? Wait. Okay. This is the part form. Action, don't need to put anything. You got two things. One is input. This is the input type, right? Is equal to email. Okay. The other one is input type equal to submit. This will create a button. Okay. So if you just have these two. The reason why I put them side by side is because if I do this, if I enter down, it will become, there will be a gap here. Okay, so what you can do is you just backspace, 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 let them stick together, and they will join together. Okay, it sounds stupid, but it works like that. It works out. Okay. Any more problem? Okay, so media query, right? Actually not a lot. It's just the setting out of your mobile and understanding what is required from you. Okay, in the actual phase test, right, there will be a little bit more things. And also you will have to incorporate our hamburger menu inside. Where is my... Okay. Can I think we will do this again. Okay, I did now, okay. Okay, for the social media thing, right, I don't need a div for now because it's quite straightforward. So where is it? I think this is good enough. If you want to put them in the div, feel free, go ahead and put them. Okay, because my footer is very simple, so I don't think I need a div for them. Okay. Okay, if not, then I hope you all can do this and try to do this. Don't worry about JavaScript. Try to do this about. You see, what I have done today, right, is no JavaScript. If you can do everything here, then you can focus on the JavaScript separately. Okay. Okay, make sure you try to understand it in different section, and then inside the section, right, usually they will have their own header. Then after that, just put the background color. Then you can tackle them section by section. Okay, Okay, if not, then I will end the call soon now. Okay. Then any question or not? If you complete the HTML and CSS, is it enough to pass? Yes. To be truth, to tell you the truth, yes. But your HTML, of course, your HTML and CSS you must at least have the nav bar part . Because you see right now my one don't have nav bar. You must at least code out the non-hamburger nav bar . You don't just ignore the whole section . Okay? If your JavaScript is not working, right, but if the rest of your web page is working beautifully, you will not fail, but you will not be an A also, or you're going to be, depending on how much you lost, how much you do . Okay? I'm not trying to tell you to give up JavaScript. You should be able to do it even if you cannot do it, right? I seen students who just wholesale copy the code and then try to set it up in the cheat sheet. Okay? But from our past experience, it can be done as long as you have been doing it for a few times and then you more or less understand. Right? Anything else? Okay, for our phase test, remember our phase test is on our phase. I think later Miss Joyce will send you all like a written form in the group . The day inside is our phase test is on 17th. Like the exam week. I think this one should be okay . This one is not something new to you all, right? This is like web design part 2 with media query. Okay? It shouldn't come as a total surprise to you. Okay? I mean, this is more or less the main tool set for your web and responsive web. Okay? You prepare for it, you write down everything you need for your cheat sheet, and then you just do it on that day . And if you are really worried about if the only thing is when you are doing it, right, you will feel a bit of nervousness out there, right? But my recommendation to you guys is make sure everything is done. Make sure you can complete as much as you can. Don't just stuck on one section, and then I cannot go, then I'll die. Okay, if you cannot do this section, right, then you just move on to the next section, so that you have a more or less complete website. Because if you give me a half complete website, you do the logo header and the hero unit, then the rest you never do, right? Then I cannot justify a pass for you because it's incomplete. It's the same everywhere. You go outside, you work, you try to do a draft. Okay, you can have everything in but not finished. It's still better than do half draft. It's still better than half finished. All right. Okay. I mean, I think that's all for me. If you have any questions, we can either see you all in class next week, or you can text us . Okay. If not, then
Wait, don't go first.
Okay. Miss.
Can hear, right? Okay, so W class, your class on Monday, right? My mentor will actually come in for the observations. Okay, so for the class, I will actually teach you all something new for the DOM. It's called the JavaScript DOM. Okay, so this thing you can decide whether you want to use it for your project or not. Okay, don't be worried. This new thing will not be phase test, but it's something good for your project. Okay, Ken? So after the observations, right? Because the observation is 1 hour. So after the observation, if you guys thinks that y'all need more practice, then we do the practice after that, the face test practice. Okay, Ken? So that's
Can.
all for W class, just W class, because it's on Monday. Then the V class, right? I will schedule another lesson session with y'all for this DOM thing, because this one also think it's good for y'all to know, to see whether you want to apply for projects or not. Okay? And later can Indra and Sarah, can Sarah stay back first? I need to talk to you guys. Nothing to do with your attendance or whatever. I just need to talk to you guys about a competition that I want your guys to join. Okay? No scared. Not test. Okay. Yeah. So thank you. That's all from me. Any questions? Ooh. No questions, then bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.